Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza Creates. Thanks for joining me today. So I've called this a Right Royal haul in prep for a Right Royal journal. So you might have watched my video that I've literally just videoed where I'd bought some vintage books and had to pick 4, and I picked this one. So I have literally just shown you this, however you might not have seen it. So yeah, I have been collecting royal stuff for a couple of years now with the intention of making a royal journal, and I haven't started it yet. So I thought, if I film this video, that's going to make me start it. So that's the theory. So this is my massive pile of stuff. So I've got books, I've got souvenir things, and then I've got loads and loads of different bits of ephemera. So I'm gonna move all this stuff out of the way and we'll deal with these first, and then I'm gonna have a bit of, I'll have a bit more room then. So I have 2 of these. So this is the Silver Jubilee. So this is 1910 to 1935. So this must have been produced in 1935. So it is a quarter of a century of King someone. Is it George V? I can't remember. George V. Well done, Jez, with your British history. Oh, I'm just rubbish. So yeah, lovely. Now these are massive. These are actually massive. So I'm not sure how helpful these are going to be in a journal, but yeah, they had to be got. Now I think I bought these with the first sort of 2 purchases. And look, how lovely is this? So yeah, 1935. So this was their Silver Jubilee. So there's all sorts in here, and it's not just about them. So it's their first 25 years in, so even that's got a bit of glassine over it. Tutankhamun, he was discovered during that period of 1910 to 1935. So it is charting the whole of, well, I'm not sure it was the whole of, but an awful lot of things that happened during that period of their reign. Now look at this. This is just stunning, and actually this is fairly useful because so this is 25 years of women's fashion. So this could be cut up, and that looking on what's on the other side, yeah, I'm not bothered about what's on the other side. So those would be nice little sort of journaling cards, those showing, you know, fashion through the reign of George V there. So that's quite cool. So there's lots of little images that, you know, could be used for other things in here. Some sepia, some black and white. Then you've got some massive pictures like this, but you know, I couldn't resist. Wonderful portraits there, yeah, so that's what I got. So this started off my my Right Royal collection. So there we go. So yeah, there they all are. We've got Prince Wales, Princess Mary, Prince Albert, Prince Henry, Prince George, and the King and Queen. So yeah, those kids would have grown up to be significant members of the royal family, but don't ask me. I'm not that hot on who's who. So yeah, so this was commemorating a 1937 coronation lovely, lovely adverts, massive. So this is the coronation of George VI. So this is the son, George V, and George VI is the dad of Queen Elizabeth. See, I'm not totally thick and out of touch of my British heritage. So I do. So we're not back too far now with this. But like before, we have got massive, massive pictures. Not quite sure how I'm going to incorporate such massive pictures. I love that. So that's like the royal family there, going back, which is quite handy to have. And there's there we've got the wedding day. That's quite cool. And that is a stunning picture. I do have a smaller version of this. So this is Princess Elizabeth, who then became Queen Elizabeth. So very, very beautiful. So yeah, there's lots in here. So there is the old Queen Mum, but she would have been Queen at the time, with Princess Elizabeth and Princess Margaret there. So that's a good little picture. And there we have the Queen there, not long after her birth. So that's cool. That is Queen Mary. Something just fell down there. Nice little family shot there. So yeah, and there is the future Queen of England there. So, and some nice adverts. I get excited about adverts, if I'm honest. Very excited about adverts. So there, those were my Bright Royal purchases that started this sort of idea. So then we got some more things. So here is the silver wedding of the Queen's mum and dad. So much more easy to use the pictures in here, much better size. So yeah, some lovely, lovely images. I just love that fashion. Love it. And nice little family pic. So I can use lots of this size as things. Look at that, stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. So you probably see already, having just seen 3 things that I've got, I can make more than one royal journal, and I will. I absolutely will. Here we've got Queen Elizabeth II. This is a volume 2, so there's a volume 1 that goes with this, but nice little images in here. I just pick anything up that I see. My local charity shop, the one that I got virtually all of these from, you know, from time to time. Look at that, how gorgeous. Yeah, somebody must just suddenly have a clear out and go, oh, look at all this royal stuff, get rid. And yeah, so yeah, some nice little books in there. What have we got? Princess Margaret's wedding book. Now, I know this wedding ended in divorce, but you know, it's still history, and it'll still have some good pictures in there. She was a very, very beautiful woman. She really was. And yeah, so some nice stunning pictures there. The iconic balcony at Buck House, as my dad used to call it. And yeah, so some nice, look at that. She could have been a film star. Could have been in Hollywood. She was stunning. So there we go. There's our king. So yeah, some lovely, lovely, lovely pictures I can use. There we go. I hope this isn't boring for you, but this is more for my own, to get it done, get it shown, and then I've got to do it. So this is, I liked this because it's social history of Edwardian Britain. I love social history. And so this is going to Edward the 7th, I want to say. So this is Queen Victoria's son. So this is before the first one. So, and I just thought this is really nice to sort of see a little peek into Edwardian times. So I was quite, so London Underground there. That's very cool. So yeah, oh, like that. Now I could use that in other things. So that's mainly why I bought this, although it has got a royal connection. It was all these other bits was my main reason for getting this book. Wasn't necessarily to use it in a royal journal, although it is very, very cool in its own right. So yeah, liked that. I got this in the summer, was about Victoria. So it is, after all, how this current royal family started, was with Queen Victoria. So I think in the charity shop it had like loads of monarchs, but I just wanted this one. I thought, I can't buy them all. I've got loads and loads of stuff on George V, George VI, the Queen, etc. So I thought, well, we'll just get Victoria. And I am a huge fan of the television series Victoria. So yeah, liked it. Thought there'd be bits in there I could maybe pick out for this royal journal, or I could just do one on Victoria, because a bit like our, the Queen that we've just had, she reigned for a long time. So lots and lots of stuff on there. And then this book, you may have seen that I've just recently shown this. So this is again George V and Queen Mary, and so just some really, really amazing, wonderful pictures in this that I can use. Some pictures that are not necessarily to do with the royal family, just things that happened in their reign, a bit like that's the Titanic, a bit like the first, I think it was the first book I showed. There's Tutankhamun. So this is telling us about things that are in that first book as well. So yeah, quite happy about that. Stunning picture there. So these are better size and easier to use. Oh, excuse me. So that is lots and lots of dust, gonna make me sneeze. So that is those books, and then I've got a few magazines. So here's another royal wedding in pictures, again Princess Margaret, and two of them. So we've got they're both about Princess Margaret, so that's the romance, and then that's the wedding. So this was the build up to it. What's his name? Anthony Armstrong Jones, that's right, father of her children. And yeah, so I liked this, very newspapery feel to it, liked it, and plenty of royal pictures, not necessarily Margaret and her husband, other members of the royal family. So nice to use, good size pictures there that can be used. in a journal. So that was leading up to the wedding, and this is the wedding. And we've got her dad and her mum and her sister and her brother-in-law there at the beginning. And I'd be like, it's all about me, thank you very much today. Can we just concentrate on me and my wedding? How gorgeous. The blush of a rose newborn, really. So if the crown's anything to go by, she might have been happy if she'd married her first love, but you know, hey ho, duty and all that. And of course the crown is a piece of fiction, loosely based around truth, so we don't know if any of those conversations actually went on. So there we go, the balcony of Buckingham Palace. Lovely pictures. So yeah, I'll get some use out of some of these. So, and there they went and honeymooned in the Caribbean. And that's, you know, they've got Caicos Island and Turks Island. Presumably that is now what we call Turks and Caicos, which is where I went in March. So yeah, how very interesting. Look at that amazing picture. So yeah, so I've got those. And then I got a load of these. So some of these I have shown you in previous hauls. So the Royal Tour, so that's part 4, part 3. Should we do it in the right order? Part 2, part 1. So the Queen and her husband went on a royal tour back in whenever. And so this was produced, have we got it there? November 1953. So before my time. So they went off on a little jolly on a big tour. They went to New Zealand, Australia, went somewhere on the way out. And yeah, so all around the Commonwealth really, I guess. And so some nice little pictures there of the royal yacht and things. So I just thought these were worth having. We've got a little bit of the route there of where they went, I imagine. I haven't looked at it too carefully, but I was just looking. Nice size pictures is what I thought. I can use those. So there we go. So it was New Zealand, Australia. And then on the way back. Did they go places on the way back? Probs. So, oh yeah, it says there, different places that they visited. Uganda. Where was that? Don't know. So that looks like people of Malta. So they've got Prince Charles and Princess Anne visiting with them. I don't think they would have gone with them. Gibraltar, I've been there. There they are with the monkeys. And then a little bit about previous tours. Yeah, that definitely looks like Gibraltar. I definitely remember going up lots of steps. And there we go. That was them. I thought that was interesting. And then this week, in the same shop, they had these. So we got one about Margaret in Italy, one about Queen Mary, and one about Prince Charles of Edinburgh. So yeah, so another little book of Margaret. I thought, oh, I may as well have them. May as well have them. Got all the others. I'll have these too. So that, yeah, I've got that one. I don't have that one to look out for. So here we go. And this is, oh, what amazing pictures I've got there. I haven't properly looked through this. I haven't shown you this. So that's Victoria and all her brood. A few of them a bit close up. Marvellous. Absolutely marvellous. Love old pictures. How gorge. So yeah, lots there to use, and I'll be like thinking, oh, do I want to use that one or that one? Look, that's come apart. So you'd sit there and have to decide which pictures you want. Some of them won't be a hard choice. I think that's their engagement, isn't it? Yeah. I've got too many royal books to know that that was their engagement picture. That's just so sad, Jez. There we go. That's the first official photos there of the Queen and now King. There we go. So that was that. And then we do have Queen Mary. I don't know that much about Queen Mary, if I'm honest, but superb pictures. Absolutely superb. Love them. Nice little centerfold. So lots I can use there. Very many lots. Just brill. Brill, brill, brill. So yeah, that's all those. I really have got loads. What have we got here? Oh, got a few more. I've got the story of Buckingham Palace, the coronation of the Queen and Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, but that is her mum, not herself. So let's have a little look. Buckingham Palace. I have never been in it. I have stood outside it. You can go in now to different bits of it, but I feel like I've been in it because I've watched Victoria and I've watched The Crown, so I'm sure I'll know most of the rooms. So there we go. I do love a good stately home. I'm going to be off looking for these other books now. So that's Queen Mum. Love it. So she was a beautiful woman. She really was. There we go. Such a resemblance of the royal. Just how stylish. I love those hats. Just a little bit soft focus, make it look more stunning. So yeah, so I guess I could put that in the center spread of a journal. It's already out. So yeah, I think she was a bit like Princess Di was, a bit of a trendsetter, and everybody wanted to photograph her, and she always looked stunning and immaculate. I think she was the same. So there we go. Some more books. And then the coronation of Queen Elizabeth. So some great little pictures there in the front. Very regal. Yep, so some rather nice pictures. That is the official route. Lots of, that's probably who was there. Probably less photos in this, to be honest, Jez, but that's quite good. The Descent of the Crown, that's a better size than the one in the other book, although I'd need a magnifying glass to read it, if I'm honest. but yeah, bit more text and less pictures in that. So that's that. What else have we got? So, oh look, we have a little souvenir here. Again, that's George V and Queen Mary, and not a lot in there. I probably just bought it because it had that, and I just thought I can just shove that in a journal. What have we got here? Authorised guide to the Tower of London. So not necessarily totally royal, but it had adverts, which I love, and yeah, the bits in there I might be able to use in my royal journal. I'll certainly be able to use it in other things. And then I do buy first aid covers. So all of these are kind of related to the Queen in some way. Well, it's got the Queen on the stamps, Jez. I think that is literally all that is. I thought I had ones that were from a Jubilee and things. No, but anyway, I thought I could chuck them in anyway. Tea cards from Elizabeth I to Elizabeth II. So I'd probably be only interested here from Queen Victoria on for my royal journal, because it is basically the House of Windsor that I am looking at. So they're very cool and interesting. King, future king. Yeah, so I could probably do with reading that so that I actually know my own history. What else have I got here? There is this. This is from February 1952, and this is the special edition for the, is it Queen's coronation, I think. So some of these pictures I already have in other publications, but it was nevertheless worth having this, I thought. There's lots of nice adverts in this as well, which I quite liked. So yeah, so I was very happy with that. A few bits in there I can pick out. I have some newspapers as well. So this one is from 1948. So this is Charles's christening, I believe. Yeah, baptism. So that's quite, I like that Booth's dry gin. Can you see that? I do like a glass of gin. So yeah, only a couple of pages, but I also like the fact that I've got adverts and things that I can use, so that I can sort of set the scene of other things that were going on at the time of some of these things that were happening. I have here, this is the wedding, so it's 1947. So this is, oh, now this is where dust is really getting on my nose. So that is the Daily Telegraph from their wedding, and we've got nice little adverts on here. So yeah, I can pick things out of here to use. Nice little bit of vintage newspaper as well, so very happy with that one. Another newspaper. I've got one more thing after this. This is the Hull and Yorkshire Times. I would have showed you this in a haul already. Quite damaged there along the middle, but it's the coronation souvenir. What I liked about this was the different adverts kind of paid tribute to, we've got the new Elizabethan age, you know, so to, you know, and it's local people as well. It's from my hometown, and it had it's got this sort of like little timeline going along the top as well, which I like. But I loved the adverts, they were really cool. So look, I like that. There we go. Loyal greetings to Her Majesty, like that. Journaling card, cut that out. What am I going to lose on the back? Another thing that's saying that, well, you'd have to make your decision, Jez, which do you want, the big one or the little one? It's just the way it is. Although I'm wondering, a newspaper from the 50s, if I can scan it. I'm not sure. And then the last thing I've got, which I picked up recently, which is a recent publication, and it's chronological. So it's like I can pick out things, or rather, that's not very chronological, but it is when you start here. So we've got, it's telling me the years and the time of different things. No, it's not chronological at all, Jez, because it keeps jumping about. But there is bits in it that I can, yeah, we've got the 30s, the 40s, then it'll be the 50s. So I'll be able to use things in this. That's quite cool, isn't it? Having a, I see those on Facebook all the time, don't you? When you see like actors and actresses that, you know, from films, you know, and then and now. So that's quite cool. You know, people recreate photos, don't they? So yeah, and here we are in the 50s. So yeah, got loads of things. I've stood there, not then, but I have stood there. 1969, probably won't do much standing in 1969 if I'm fair. So there we go. That is, so this was bought for that reason, just so that I can date things, put things in a good order, and know that I'm, you know, doing it all right. Well, I'm a bit, I'd like to be quite factual where I can. So there we go. That is my Right Royal haul. So I will be starting my Right Royal journal very, very soon. So yeah, I'll create a playlist, my Right Royal journal, and yeah, and I'll bring you along for the ride. And I've probably got enough to do about 25 journals with that lot, but yeah. So I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, hope you are looking forward to it too. All right then, bye for now.